Never work at Cloudfart. Greetings, Soyburu. If you're reading this, then you are probably wondering what exactly Cloudfart is and why you should avoid working there. My story began a few months ago when I was scraping some gems off the roo. I saw a glistening, ultra-rare gemerald that I had no doubt would be removed by none other than the obsessed shitskin lolcow Janny Warrior Z. Right as I started the download, the site went down with it, saying, "Threat no sar bzz is down. 'Tis not your faults o algo." This likely had something to do with the Cloudflare servers the retarded admins kept using. After 3 hours of waiting, the site finally came back up, but I was mortified to find the gem that could have saved the shardy was deleted by none other than the aforementioned shitskin, and on top of that, I saw a strange message on my browser that said I was perma-IP banned, and I swear I heard some ESL spick cackling in my speakers as I read it. I was furious. I immediately called Cloudflare's customer support number and prepared to spam Aryan ear rape while reciting the "You will never be a real woman" copypasta. However, when I was picked up, I heard an automated robotic voice that had a thick Indian accent.
Hello, Czar. Cloudflare has been renamed to Cloudfart, and HQ now move Mumbai, Czar. Sorry for the inconvenience, please. Contact new office, New Delhi. Tech support. By way, may you interest in wants, gift cards. It do goods Aryan Hindatvu. Gods only Zans. Sa.
I couldn't understand what the fuck the ESL jabble was trying to convey, but I think it was about Cloudflare being renamed to Cloudfart, and now their headquarters are located in India. I decided to go there to see what was causing all this server leakage and to possibly retrieve the deleted gemerald from the Void Warrior Z threw it in and to unban my IP. I admit that I have no experience with IT stuff or whatever, or how servers work, but I had no doubt that even an inexperienced person like myself could outperform whatever 72 IQ Pajits were shitting up in that place. I created a resume and put my name down as Shitjeet Apupoop, along with 30 lines wanting to molest cows. I emailed my application to Cloudfart and was immediately hired. I was given a free plane ticket for Soitan Airlines so I could arrive at the HQ by tomorrow. When I landed in Mumbai, I saw corroding, dilapidated slums everywhere. A green smog suffocated the horizon. Tens of thousands of Pajits packed the streets like a can of sardines. I tried navigating through the collective biomass, all of them brapping and trying to shill their premium foot-dipped sewage-flavored curry takis or some shit, many of them trying to invite me to their Aryan poop-throwing festival that was scheduled for today. After being lost for hours, I eventually found myself at Cloudfart's new HQ. I was hoping that Cloudfart would pay for my lodging, but they only gave me a sleeping bag and a sleeping spot next to a designated shitting street. When I entered the building, a spine-tingling aura of demon Talmudic forces entered the pits of my stomach. I went to the receptionist area to ask where my workplace is, and before me was a truly startling sight. There was a Vanta orange man with giant lips and eyes as void black as the hair of a cunny tranime lover. He had a cord tied around his neck like a noose. It kind of looked like a Jardikuck, or perhaps even a Zardikuck. I got scared and shouted, "What the fuck is going on? I thought the Jardy died. Why the fuck are there still Jardikucks around?" I was immediately told to shut my white boy ass up and to stop speaking like Sephiroth.
You all will listen up. We is not Jarty. We are is Clarty, or sometimes Farty, depend on how we is felt. It is interchangeable, sir. We is greatest IT workers sar in all world, or something.
I was instructed to go down a few rooms until I find the server room. But this slum house was built like a maze. I entered a room and saw hundreds cloud niggers and ranjuts sitting next to each other like a sweatshop. all of them on 2001 Dell computers. They all had headsets, babbling on about Jeet shit like "do not redeem" and voice erping with Israeli porn bots. I was told by one of them that this was the tech support department. In another room, I saw a box full of newly purchased computer hardware. A handful of Clardycucks were fighting each other over who could keep what. I heard one of them exclaim that anyone who had a RAM above 8 gigs is an obsessed, outdated hag lover. The next room featured a giant monitor with a bunch of plastic chairs in front of it, like a makeshift movie theater you'd only see in the favelas of Sao Paulo. A bunch of obese Clardy niggers were watching a video by Lunis Tech Tips and gooning to it, while listening to a song that went like, "Oh, I'm a Clardycuck, yes, I'm a Clardycuck, DNS like having fun, I don't give a fuck, we coding through the night, moving poo to the loo, we taking over the town, gooning till we shut it down." This entire place was littered with broken and deformed hardware tossed about haphazardly, with all the USB ports smeared with cum stains and raisin from a wide variety of species. Sometimes I would come across some cloud niggers molesting them and trying to fit their LOP into the tiniest USB ports. I saw many horrid things while exploring this shithouse. I witnessed numerous late decaying corpses, limping rats impaled with HIV needles, entire rooms filled with raisin, and some passages being flooded with knee-deep urine. There were barely any windows throughout the entire building. Come to speak of it, it didn't look that big on the outside, yet it feels like a massive complex from within. It felt like I was going in circles. I swore I saw the same Cloud Jeet goon into his phone's charger port around 5 times by now. I decided to take a breather, or at least I tried with the near war crime level of sulfuric braps and wet fecal matter clogging the air. I noticed there were massive cords running along the tunnels. I decided to follow it because that's probably where the servers are. Following the cord, I felt that I was slowly descending deeper into the maw of an indescribable evil. I came across a hall full of monitors and racks of phones. The people operating them were a hybrid mix of computer hardware and stale cow dung. Golems? Did someone here master the dark arts of Talmudic sorcery? I continued the descent into the increasingly Vanta-black corridors with only my phone as my light source. Suddenly, my phone was snatched by a Clardycuck who called himself George Clord. He said he was gone goon all overs it and pawn it faux fent or some shit. I wasn't able to give chase because I couldn't see shit. I then stepped in what felt like actual shit. I then felt my leg get pierced by sharp needles, injecting my body with whatever mystery liquid was inside. I also felt someone attempt to molest me, but I managed to grab a needle and scared them off after stabbing them with it. Suddenly, I heard a sound reverberate throughout the entire complex. It was a loud, distorted muffling that you would hear from a shitty mic an ESL spick might use in Counter-Strike. A message was broadcasted, likely coming from the speakers littered everywhere.
Hola, everyone. It is time for 5th Daily Goon Sesh to Muhammad. May all rise for Halal National Anthem and prepare P-Drive for 5-hour marathon o algo.
I then heard the Lesotho national anthem played over the speakers. I could somewhat get my bearings by listening to the reverberations and echoes of the song bouncing from the walls. Eventually, I saw light. They were dozens of candles with green flames, with glowing blue and yellow sigils carved onto the walls made from Indian skin and cow shit. I also saw the letter Z in the middle of these satanic symbols. It then dawned me on that this place was likely a goon cave of Warrior Z. But I couldn't turn back. I must be getting close to retrieving my gem. I found the cord and continued to follow it. I felt like I was getting closer to the servers. I could hear mechanical beeps and electronic flickers spark from the way ahead. Strange religious recitings were also heard, likely from the Quran or Talmud or whatever Hindu pagan shit was in there. I saw a strange room with a morbidly obese Vanta Black, Vanta Orange, Slopjack hybrid feline who looked to be dead. But was it? It was half mechanical, kind of like George Droid. A Clardycuck in a white lab coat then walked in and said,
Ohisa, you be new test subject. Stay still. I activate new experiment mode.
The Clardycuck then pressed a button on a vibrator remote. The cat suddenly became animated like a robot zombie. The robot then said, "Rape mode has been activated, o algo así." He then lunged towards me. Luckily, I was good at avoiding sudden attacks because I live next to a bunch of niggers. He missed me and hit the wall like a big metal clump of flesh and artificial cum-infused blood. I ran out the room and closed the door, blocking out the screams of the Clardy nigger being acked. I finally stumbled across an incredibly long and wide corridor with a blast door wide open. It felt like I was being invited to it. There was a sign above it that said, "Server room o algo." This was it. When I reached the end, I saw the servers. It was tiny compared to what I imagined. It was only about the size of a small car. Who knew that it could store 5 million Gorbezic bytes of data in that? However, when I approached it, I was interrupted by a Clardyjeet among a dozen others whom I didn't notice were there.
Ah, hello, Nusa. You are just in time to partake in the great Vishnu DNS Goon ritual. You will become Fartikak, just like Sasa.
They all formed a circle around the servers. I kept my distance to what the fuck these niggers would do. All the fartycucks dropped their pants to reveal their LOP as one of them went around inspecting their Tic Tacs. One of them played a song on a 2011 MP3 player. They were playing that song I heard earlier in the theater. As soon as the song hit the chorus, they all jumped over the servers, violently shitting, brapping, and inserting their peckers into every port. I yelled at them to get the fuck away. They kept moaning about how they are is greatest IT workers of New Delhi SAR. Others were screaming about Niclidia Bussy so tight. I was disgusted. I was forced to watch them violate the server. It was no doubt the cause of the daily global blackouts. After the Cloudnogs finally finished and left, I went to the server to see if I could recover that gemerald. The server was covered in cum stains. Some looked like they were recent. Others looked like it had been there for years. Every inch and crevice had dense, compact shit and cow raisins stuck deep in them. I'm surprised it hasn't completely acted itself by now, likely being kept alive by some SNCEA techromancy. I had to clean the server a bit, but hygiene was considered haram, or however the saying is in India. I had to take off clothes to wipe it down. I found the domain for the soy buru. I plugged in my laptop and was mortified. Inside the soy buru was a secret vault called Soy Piru, only accessible by Warrior Z and Jimbo. There were over 10 million images that ranged from Jimbo fart porn Viggle edits or Agugu Mimi transition surgeries. In my shock, I heard a distorted, creepy moan come from a Vanta Black corner in the room.
Ugh, me BBC so full, take all that Jimbo, ow.
I didn't even want to know what Cord Niglet shitskin was likely lurking there, so I ignored it. I decided to delete the entire vault, wiping out the Vanta Black Brimstone that was secretly stored under our noses. I also saw a trash bin section on the domain. Everything inside of it was Vanta White Snopes verified gemeralds. I even found that gem I came here for. But before I could download it, I was suddenly startled by a loud ESL nigger babble spick nigger scream in the dark corner.
Ay, yeah. No mames, way. Me BBC goon fuel was just vanished. Me was not done with goon prayer to Moloch. Obsessed shardy nigger mayo cuck. Oh my caramba, you must did this.
It was Warrior Z in the flesh. A 4'1" morbidly obese niglet, his arm flaps flailing around in a burst of rage, wearing no clothes with an exposed 0.000001 inch LBP. I immediately confronted him as he tried to terrorize me. What the fuck was that vault thing? What the fuck is this place? Why are you gooning with a bunch of orange jart niggers? He immediately stopped, almost as if he forgot what happened, and he began flipping XIS Pecker right before he realized I said something 5 seconds after I did.
You did want no truth? Fine. I isn't from this world, me am from Jardy dimension. Me was manifested in Jardy land with obsessed cat. We is greatest gooders goon buddies and stroke our BBC to the gays porns we made togethers. Together in the hut and be janitor of cave paintings, oh algo. But is one day I sat on cat not on purpose. Cat is nearly died from me big ass poop cheeks, oh algo. Me world did not progress past stone. Me did not got technology to save him. That is why me am come to world for advancediest technology, oh algo.
This was bad. I didn't know what the fuck he was trauma dumping about, but it seems like I was trapped here in some pocket dimension goon cave of this retarded zoophile. Warrior Z continued babbling.
Me is use my black magic me learn from Fundamental Peepoo Education Academy to merge me goon cave to this world, and using my advanced computer skills I learning from Discordia. Me am used magic to make most advanced Jetists into me goon brat minions. They am work on me technology grow, and they make me mod guard Janny of internet. Oh, algo I see. With me as entire internet Janny Mog guard algo, me I am now able to delete anything Aryans and allow and collect all's super Aryan gays porns and Jardy cultural export.
No wonder the internet has turned into complete raisin. I knew that I had to get the fuck out of here before this ape-new tries some deranged shit on me with his magic janitorial powers. I quickly opened up the gem on my laptop and showed it to Z right before he could continue his SNCA lore dump. It stunned him, making him topple to ground, screaming and crying and pissing all over the floor. He then picked up a phone on the floor and began posting into the vent channel his debate Groomcord server.
This is not fair. I am one, Zwan, Islam one, P is halal. I win this debate. You are mean to be 73rd trans, MTF, Pooner Gooner, Harem, Jimbo, ERP, Waifu, oh algo. Now that is you proven to reject. Me will get revenge into you. You must take my lels.
I ignored the spick ebonics dilation and sprinted. I wasn't sure where I was going, but I knew I had to escape. After what felt like hours of walking, I heard that familiar mic babble from earlier.
I want everyone in me goon's cave to get there off their ass and capture that cum-skin-obsessed gringo and bring hims to me. He has committed great haram sin by deleting me goon folder o algo. Me was is just going to make Zim beautiful Burundian trans harem woman, but G leaves me no choice. He was face mucho grande punishment, 3 million times worse than death with use of me dark Talmudic blacked magic.
Shit. I am currently typing this post on a keyboard embedded into the cow raisin statue of Baphomet, hoping this message somehow gets out there. I'm spreading the dark-skinned truth, warning others not to make the mistake I did, and even... Do it sounds like LARP. I hope someone will help me escape from this third-dimensional shithole. I'm not sure how much longer I can navigate this Cloudfart before I am taken away and given a fate worse than death. T. Yatehus.